Hello and welcome back. So we're back with the gun guide series. It's been a little while. I know I missed last patch on the duelist and the judgment, and I'll be covering those as well. But I wanted to start this series back up with my favorite thing they've added since the Striga came out, and that is the Koschei. Koshi, whatever the hell this gun's called actually. Now, before we get into what it does and all that stuff, I wanted to talk about where to get it because it kind of took me a minute to figure out how to get this damn gun. So whenever you unlock or you find the charter for the new map, you can go to the inventorium and you'll find bone shards. So whenever you do that, whenever you go to the Vermone, the new map, you can find a bunch of different bone shards. They're all over the place, and you need 30 of them, and upon picking up your 30th bone shard, it will just automatically put the Koshi into your inventory. So for all of you that don't know how to get this or are trying to do it, that's how you get it. Let's get into what it does. So at Mysteria 1, reloading unleashes a homing bone shards to decay enemies. Recharges after 3 kills. Now, it does give you an indicator on how many charges you have. It's these 3 stripes on the very top that glow green. Once you have 3 of them, you can hit R, the reload button, and it will do this burst. Now, it's interesting because it says reloading unleashes homing bones. That's not it. You don't reload this gun. It automatically reloads. So as you fire, whenever you stop firing, if you just wait a second, you'll hear it start clicking, and it's that drum magazine starts spinning and reloading automatically. It's the first gun in the game that you don't actually reload at all. So that's a really, really interesting feature, and I have wasted so many of my big bursts because I'm so used to hitting the reload button to reload the gun. And nothing feels worse than blowing your load on a big old brick wall because you accidentally hit R. So on Mysteria 2, taking damage also recharges the swarm. Shooting decaying enemies prolongs their decay. This turns it from a phenomenal horde clearing weapon into just a phenomenal weapon all around, because now it's very good against bosses. You take a damage, it can recharge it on top of killing shit. You'll be recharging the big burst over and over and over again. It's really fun to spam it. And then of course the shooting decaying enemies prolongs their decay. That's just great for overall DPS, especially in a boss fight where you're whittling their health down. This thing does an excellent job, especially being the actual bullets themselves do a shitload of damage. And we'll talk about what pairs really well with this Mysteria in particular in just a moment. Now, in Mysteria 3, each kill before unleashing the swarm extends the decay duration. So, yes, you can pop your burst every 3 kills and do the big burst and decay, or you can kill like 10 enemies and then let go of a big old burst that will just burn shit down with the decay ticks. But honestly, I feel that you get my big bang isn't from necessarily the decay ticks. It's from how much damage the burst itself does on impact. So personally, that paired with shooting decaying enemies prolongs the decay. I don't feel like Mysteria 3 is all that. I haven't noticed that gives it that much of a boost, if that makes sense. Mysteria 1 is really noticeable. Mysteria 2 is even more noticeable. Mysteria 3, maybe you'll notice it, maybe you won't. So that's how gun works. It does some pretty damn good damage. It does 20 damage per shot. It's a 3-round burst rifle, which that's pretty cool that we have a burst rifle. And honestly, it gives me the same vibes. I don't know if anybody here ever played Destiny, but it feels like the Bad Juju. And that was one of my favorite guns in that whole game. So it's really cool that it's here. It's not the Bad Juju, but it feels like the Bad Juju. Now, things that pair excellently with it, because it's a 3-round burst rifle that has a pretty high crit multiplier, I find that pairing it with either Painted Tooth for that extra fire damage, or the Crown of Thorns makes it just that much more badass. I also really enjoy pairing it with Shockwave, especially on the new map, dude. If you're not running Shockwave, give it a shot. It's not been that useful throughout the whole game, but this new map finally has a really good use. Shockwave can absolutely decimate those spiders down in the sewers, so if you're getting overwhelmed, they're all over you. I mean, even all the enemies on the new map try to get in your shit. So having a way to push them back is phenomenal. Shockwave has really become one of my favorites. Iron Cross I take mostly because whenever you let go of the big burst, it will just track shit that's right in front of you. So I figured the best way to get the biggest bang out of that buck is by having all the enemies grouped up right in front of me. And that has worked excellently. Now, of course, if you wanted to substitute Iron Cross, you could run Burning Stake and you'll get just multiple pops because everything's getting blown away by that big burst. Now, because taking damage also recharges the swarm, I figured running a relic that gives me good effects for taking damage would be a good option. And honestly, I've really been enjoying running the Book of Serpents. So major and minor enemies have a chance to die upon touching you, which you'll see more than you think. You think that 12% and 6% is real low, you'll definitely notice those things happening. The curse also will stun minor enemies that touch you, so that just gives you a little bit of a bonus for taking damage for the Koschei. Henbane I take mostly because of the fact that the way I run is a little bit more aggressive. I'm trying to get hit so I can get my big bursts. Henbane just gives me the best way to heal that damage right back up. And it also gives you damage reduction, so if you're in the sewers and you're getting smacked by all them spiders, you can pop a healing potion and it will keep you alive. And then I've been running Crown of Fire. That's how I've been getting my fire procs. So the only other way that I really enjoy running this gun on this build is Painted Tooth and Ring of Wings, just because I really love the mobility from Ring of Wings. So that's the gun. There's some options to run paired with the gun. Let me know how you guys are enjoying it. Next, we'll probably do Nemesis. I still have Oracle, and then of course Duelist and Judgment that we'll be getting back to. So if you enjoyed, like and subscribe. If you didn't, then don't. Either way it goes though, have yourself a very fine day.